business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know the customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. How do you do?
I do well. Thank you for asking.
Very, very nice. The markets are mixed today at the close. The Dow is down 69 points, and that is closing at 20,855. The NASDAQ is up 3.62 points, and therefore closes in the green for the first time in a couple of days at 58.37, and the S&P 500 down just 5 points to 23.62. Macy's is a big winner today. They are up 3.15%. And to counter that, Caterpillar is down 3 points as well. Chevron down 2 points, Under Armour down 2 points, and ExxonMobil also down 1 3/4 points. That's your news report for the market.
Thank you.
It is interesting that, International Women's Day. Did you hear about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, there's new evidence that women are better investors than men, according to Heather Long of CNN.
And that evidence would be what?
Well, let's take a look here. It says investment data from OpenFolio, an investment tracking app, also found the same trend of women having topped men in every year for the past 3 years when it came to their investment. They're actually outperforming their male counterparts by 0.3%. So you're making more money than we are in the stock market. In the stock market, don't hate the messenger. I'm just reading the report.
Well, speaking of the stock market,
yes.
On Wall Street, there's that big statue of the bull outside, that big giant.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in movies.
I have been there.
It's pretty iconic.
I have stuck in my hand up its nostrils.
Stop. Oh.
Nostrils. What were you thinking?
Still, why?
Because it's the bull on Wall Street.
You stuck your hand up its nostrils?
I did.
You can do that?
What a great picture.
Did it feel, would you like,
they don't
they
don't go very far, but he's got a big nose just like
you do.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can stick my nostril in his nostril.
Well,
and so my nostril's not as big.
Be a cavernous,
Well, the big giant iconic bull in New York has a buddy now with him.
A buddy?
Kind of. Brand new sculpture was installed by an asset management group, State Street Global Advisors. It is a statue of a young girl with her arms akimbo facing the bull.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They say it makes for a great photo op, sent an important message about female empowerment. But they didn't just stick it there overnight and, in hopes of the idea is it will probably be there for at least a month. They did get approval from the city financial district in order to put it up. So it's not there as a rebellious, that it just showed up overnight, but they actually did get permission from the city. And this is one of the things that I read in Quartz Media. They said the new statue was put up with consent from the city. No act of guerrilla sculpture. It is a feel-good public relations stunt. The artistic embodiment of a corporate campaign to address gender inequality in corporate leadership positions. And it got there by asking permission first. And they said the simple act of getting permission is emblematic of a need shared by many women.
Yeah.
Because to have 100% approval rather than boldly striding forth with an idea. We want buy-in. I mean, that's kind of women in general.
Sure.
We want to do this together.
Yeah.
We want buy-in. We want, we're like the mother hens, right? Bringing all the people together and going forward. And they say the girl symbolizes the future with girls who are taught to Actually, I don't even know what it's saying, but
Well,
it seems to be
like
captivating tourists and passersby. And the goal is hopefully it will stay there for a month. But if the city decides it should stay there forever, we're absolutely on board with that.
You know, one of my favorite photographs of you and me is much like that bull and the littler girl, hands on her hips, doing the stare down kind of thing. It's a fun picture.
It's a fun picture, just to kind of remember that we are strong.
Sure.
Just because we're emotional and we're feminine doesn't mean that we can be bowled over. No pun intended.
True.
From the iconic.
All right.
Yeah.
A couple other things in the news that might be interesting. And did you know that Tom Brady has launched a meal kit service? Tom Brady, the Super Bowl champ, just launched a brand new line of plant-based meals. For $78 a week, subscribers get 3 dinners for 2 people. The meals are pre-portioned and come with a simple step-by-step instructions so that you don't have to have expert skills in the kitchen in order to make them. These meals by Brady, who is notoriously finicky about his diet, will begin shipping on April 3rd. So he's not only a football player and an exceptional football player at that, he's now an entrepreneur.
An entrepreneur. Well, he has many stories have been told about Tom Brady's diet. He has a very unique diet.
You might say those stories are inflated.
And, we talked to a nutritionist that actually was familiar with his diet. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that was very instrumental in, depending on what your goals are, is what your diet should be. It's not a one size fits all. And especially even as a football player, he's not up in there all bulked up and so his diet wouldn't be great for probably the other members of the team because they have different goals. And even for men and women, it's not a one size fits all. And just because this is the diet that he and is it Gisele?
Yes, Gisele Bündchen.
Right? They have it's very strict. It's very
disciplined.
Organic. Disciplined is probably a very good word for that. But you have to be if you're going to be a Super Bowl champion, right?
No doubt. Speaking of food, the new CEO of one of the world's largest meat processors, Tyson Foods, sees plant-based protein as a big part of the food industry's future. In fact, the headline is Tyson Foods CEO, future food might be meatless. That's a tough statement, but I see it going in that direction as well. I mean, at least I've watched the movement towards plant-based protein take over. He says, if you take a look at the FAO, the Food and Agricultural Organization stats, protein consumption is growing around the world, and it continues to grow. It's not just hot here in the U.S., it's hot everywhere. People want protein. So whether it's animal-based protein or plant-based protein, they have an appetite for it. Plant-based protein is growing almost at this point a little faster than animal-based, so the migration may continue in that direction. That's Tom Hayes, the CEO of Tyson Foods. In a lot of countries, we left out one of the types of protein, and it is insect-based protein. They are doing it. I'm telling you, they're eating bugs.
Yeah, it reminds me of that scene in Lion King when, here is little Simba, who's a carnivore, and he's, now taking up, he's got some new friends, and he's like, okay, so what's for dinner? And they roll over a log and find all these little bugs.
Yeah, well, that's right. The little grubs, and it's the squishy, soft, chewy. Hakuna Matata. All right. And then this in the news, we had a nice meeting at our local Starbucks. Get this quote. I like my liquor brown and my coffee black. I'm sure I'm not alone, and that's probably why Starbucks now has a special new beverage for fans of whiskey and strong Java. That is correct. Starbucks has announced it is going to make whiskey coffee. Starbucks announced that its rotisserie store in Seattle has begun selling 2 new specialty drinks made from beans aged in whiskey barrels. Starbucks will be selling bags of those beans of coffee as well. The company says Starbucks reverse whiskey barrel aged Sulawesi beans are aged in freshly emptied oak barrels from a local distiller in Washington State. The the guy who wrote this article says, I'd like to be the guy that helps freshly empty the barrels. Starbucks said the beans are hand rotated frequently over a period of several weeks to make sure they all come in contact with the barrel to absorb the flavor of the whiskey. The roasting burns off the actual alcohol content, but Starbucks says that the whiskey flavor and smell remains. This is interesting to me because I love both of those things. The brown, the black, together. Angel and I are together, and we will be for the rest of the next 2 hours, so stick with us. You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, home of positive business talk, and we will be back right after these messages.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
You've probably thought about taking a trip to Israel many times, but something always got in the way. Make 2017 the year you make your dream of visiting the Holy Land a reality. Experience Israel for over 9 exciting days. Tour Israel like a local, experiencing the wonder of the Bible coming to life before your eyes. For a full cost and trip details and to register, visit experienceisraeltour.com. That's experienceisraeltour.com.
This is a life-changing message for anyone with sleep apnea who is on the go and tired of dragging around a big, bulky home CPAP device. Now there's finally a portable device that's as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. You can even add a battery that's as tiny as a deck of cards. It's the Transcend Mini CPAP. And right now, you can try Transcend absolutely risk-free for 10 days. So call now, 1-800-400-2199. Transcend is the world's first portable mini CPAP device. It gives you the freedom to sleep in total comfort anywhere you are. Our smallest and most advanced portable design ever, Transcend is so small and so light, you can fit it in your briefcase or purse to use anywhere you go. It's FAA compliant too, so you can even sleep comfortably while flying. Enjoy the freedom to sleep comfortably anywhere. To receive your 10-day in-home trial, call minicpap.com now. 1-800-400-2199. Again, that's 1-800-400-2199.
Do you have glaucoma or high eye pressure? Are your daily eye drops interrupting your life? Local doctors are conducting a clinical research study of an investigational dropless therapy and are in need of participants. You must have glaucoma or high eye pressure in both eyes, be at least 18 years old, and have not had surgery for your glaucoma. Qualified participants will receive study medication at no cost. You will receive regular study-related eye exams by an eye doctor throughout the study. No insurance is needed, and compensation is available. For more information and to see if you qualify, please call 844-3-MY-EYES or visit eyecarestudy.com. That's 844-3-MY-EYES or EYECARE study.com. Limited space is available. Call or visit today. Participation is at no cost, and compensation for time and travel may be available for qualified participants. Visit eyecarestudy.com or call 844-3-MY-EYES today.
This is Greg Thornberry of the King's College in New York City for townhall.com. When President Trump informed the media via Twitter that he would not be attending the White House Correspondents' Dinner, he became the first commander-in-chief not to do so in 36 years. This followed on the heels of Mr. Trump saying that the media was the enemy of the American people. But as the book of Ecclesiastes reminds us, there's nothing new under the sun. Who was the last president to ditch the Correspondents' Dinner? That would be Democrat Jimmy Carter, who did not go to the event twice in his 4 years in the White House. Nixon excused himself from the festivities too, twice, and called the press the enemy. The press thinks they are entitled to access to the POTUS. The president thinks that access should mean more favorable coverage. But it would certainly help if both sides work toward giving the American people what they deserve, more reliable and more balanced news. I'm Greg Thornberry.
Learn more at townhallreview.com.
I can't say that.
But we can. Sometimes you just can't write the words you want to say or find the right words to express your feelings. But we can. We are the right words, the people who help turn your thoughts into words so you can speak your mind. Too shy to ask that special person out? Try us. We're good at that. Love, hate, revenge, laughter. We're the right words, bringing you the words that make saying the hardest things easier. Learn more at therightwords250.com. WRITE, therightwords250.com.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer getting our guitar riff on thanks to our wonderful producer, Run BMC. That's right, I said BMC. It's Big Man Chad. And, Angel, there's a need for small business owners to protect their brands.
Absolutely.
I've had several conversations in the last couple of weeks where people and their brands, their service-based business have been under attack and risk losing it all because they don't have any legal representation or the terms, what do they call it, the book that we keep, the operations manual, and so on.
Nothing is in writing.
Right.
Nothing has been protected as far as documents or contracts, and talking even to a lawyer about your business model, your business plan, how you plan to move forward, how you plan to protect yourself when things go awry. We kind of, and in the beginning, it's just a very Pollyanna type atmosphere.
Just want to start a business.
Mm-hmm. And I start at my own home, right? I have a laptop, get myself set up with the Secretary of State, and I am good to go. And we go out and we start selling stuff, bringing in money, and
right.
it's kind of exciting. I met a gal recently who is starting a business, and she's had people say they want to invest in her company. Mm-hmm. And she was asking, a business coach, what do I do? How do I take other people's money?
Yeah.
And at first, tongue in cheek, she says, you say thank you.
With both hands. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But you need a business plan.
Right.
You have to have things in writing, and you have to you can't protect something that you haven't actually established a policy for or a guideline for.
Well, Chadiq Samuelson, who is an entrepreneur, he's also a lawyer and an author. He wrote an article in entrepreneur.com that I thought we would share. And he says this as an opener. He says, it's long been said in business circles that customer loyalty is too dependent on the fidelity you show in the quality of your product. Well, most of us agree that this is true. The question becomes, what about those who have no goods to sell? What if you're a service-based business and consulting advice is, or in his case, legal advice is your what you sell? Service businesses are sitting ducks for litigation and a plethora of complaints, and they can very easily be torn apart. Product integrity is a bit easier to maintain than integrity of staff and the people who make up the business.
Yeah, and I would say that is through experience. I've known that to be true.
Yes.
As well. Well, the first thing he recommends is to develop a feedback system for feedback, right? And both positive and negative. But he has this quote that I think it's just one of those fabulous little juicy nuggets.
Sure.
He says, communication is not complete until feedback is received. Communication is not complete until feedback is received.
Otherwise, it's one way.
One way.
Yeah.
It's all one way. And how often do we think we're communicating with somebody? Well, I told you. I put that out there. This is on our website. We have the details. It should be understood.
Right.
But until you've received back that's what's understood, that is not communication. And so, especially if you're dealing with, purely with services rendered, this can be really tricky. He says, feedback helps you know what to work on what to keep up. He recommends either feedback charts or boxes or room for feedback on your company app if you have one. He says, make feedback avenues available, and beyond that, encourage and ask for it. It protects you more than it makes your customers feel valued.
Absolutely.
So the protection is, what they're thinking, what's on their mind, what's fallen through the cracks, what's being misunderstood or not conveyed. I remember sitting in a meeting, and somebody was saying, everybody thinks it's this and it's not this. And the answer was, well, if that's what everybody else is thinking, that is what you are communicating. Whether you mean to or not, that is what you are communicating if everybody feels this way.
From full circle to perception is reality. All right, the second point that he says is treat data like gold. The high-profile Yahoo hack was an eye-opener for everyone involved in the service business. The allegation that Yahoo knew about the hack and initially did nothing raised a great number of hairs on users of the platform. And so you may not have a physical commodity, but trust is the commodity you're selling. You're selling yourself. So the feedback, the information that you gather,
right, and you have information, you have customer data, right, and so you need to make sure that you limit the staff who have access to this private and secure information,
right?
Social security numbers, even home addresses, credit card numbers, this kind of thing. He says, and remember, he's a lawyer and he's out to protect you. It should be criminal for your staff to take work home and log onto your platform from a public server.
Wow.
You do not have to keep sensitive data for longer than is necessary so that you don't increase your probability of theft. But he says, put electronic data and electronics on lockdown. The contents of an entire hard drive can be saved on a flash drive, right?
Yep.
And most importantly, if your customer data is serviced by third-party vendors, ensure that the vendors are adhering to stringent privacy practices and insist that they upgrade. You have to protect your customers' information.
Absolutely. And by doing so, you're protecting your service business and branding it for success. We are talking about branding for success and protecting your business, discussing a conversation or an article written by Chadiq Samuelson on entrepreneur.com. The third point that he brings up that I think is very important is to concentrate more on personal branding than on corporate branding. The corporate branding will stand on its own, and it does what it does because there are many people directing it and guiding in that way. But your brand is only as strong as its weakest link. And sometimes that means you, your staff. Remember, we at Experience Pros say where you go, your brand follows.
Your brand follows. And yeah, but think about this. XYZ company isn't calling ABC company. Joe is calling Sally.
Right.
And so there's an element, your people are your corporate brand. And so I think a lot of times we want to start at the top and build that umbrella. This is the corporate brand and have all the people kind of funnel underneath it. Yet we've got to work first on the people. Darren Hardy once remarked it on a company, and he says, how do you train your company, your staff to be so friendly? And they said, we don't. Well, what do you mean you don't? They are super friendly.
You can't train friendly.
We hire friendly people.
That's right.
And so people are more likely to follow you, talk to you, trust you, and engage with you when they feel like they are interacting with a real person. And so humanizing our brand, and this is where you've seen in the past, this is why there are mascots.
Yes.
And, and stars that are affiliated with a corporate brand.
Bring a smile to your face. Great conversation. Listen, we got to take a quick break. Shout out to all those people watching by way of our Facebook Live feed. Do us a favor, mash down the share button and let other people know that there's something great happening. We would be so grateful. Back after this.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Good afternoon. I'm Chuck Kamlick, CNBC. Stock sellers came out in force at the end of the day, sending the Dow down 69. The NASDAQ was up 3, but the S&P was 5 points lower. The markets are worried that strong hiring could lead to higher interest rates next week, 298,000 jobs added in February. Samsung could be adding jobs here as it expands operations in the U.S., moving oven and range production back from Mexico. Solar developers installed close to 15,000 megawatts of panels last year, most of those at big solar farms. The top-selling shoe in this country last year, the Adidas Superstar. Profits keep rising as Adidas keeps stealing more business from Nike and Under Armour. Nestle is going to cut sugar by 10% in its Kit Kat bars and other candies next year. And Vera Bradley, a company started by two women 35 years ago, did not get much traction from International Women's Day. The stock fell to its lowest point ever because fewer women are buying its handbags. Chuck Kamlick, CNBC.
The Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 and MoneyTalk1690.com. Life, it's yours to own. When you're considering the purchase or refinance of a home, you want to know that the people helping you are looking out for your best interests, not just the best interest rates. Cheryl Braunschweiger and her team at Nova Home Loans are trusted members of the Experience Pros Network. And yes, they're ready to help you today. Call today, 720-279-5939. That's 720-279-5939. And let Nova Home Loans take care of everything. Life, it's yours to own. Nova Home Loans can help. NMLS ID 3087.
Have you ever thought you'd like to flip houses but didn't know how or where to get the money? Are you ready to be your own boss so you can start living the good life? Hi, I'm Preston Ely. I used to be so broke. I had my electricity turned off 9 times, but I figured out a way to quit my job and find financial freedom in real estate. For a limited time, I want to send you a free copy of my smash hit selling book, How to Get Rich in Real Estate. It shows you how to copy exactly what I did so you can make money from the comfort of your own home without even doing any manual labor. I've already given away 5,000 books and they're going fast. To get one before they're gone, call 1-800-500-4309. Listen, if you're sick and tired of stressing about money, this book could change your life. It's short, fun to read, easy to understand, and awesome. To find out how to get your free book while supplies last, call 1-800-500-4309. Call 1-800-500-4309. 1-800-500-4309.
Hi, this is Oren, owner of Absolutely Cabinets. Since 1989, I've sold Aristocrat cabinets for kitchens and baths, and they have proven year in and year out to be a great dollar value. With Aristocrat, you can buy the level of cabinetry you feel comfortable with in regard to construction. If you want all the features without making a decision, I sell Decora, which is a semi-custom line of cabinets with solid wood fronts, dovetail drawers, full extension glides, with soft close automatically on drawers and doors. From basic up, I can put you into cabinetry that will fit all your wants and needs. Thanks to all my repeat and referral customers over the years.
Go visit Oren's showroom at 5940 West 38th Avenue near the corner of Harlan and 38th Avenue. Or give him a call at 303-425-5592. That's 303-425-5592. Or visit AbsolutelyCabinets.com. New store hours are 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday and 8 to noon on Fridays.
Tune in to Money Talk KDMT 1690 every Saturday at noon for the best advice on building that nest egg. You'll hear expert advice on feathering your nest, caching resources for the future, and going for the gold finches, with a show that can put a little more green in your day-to-day living. While they may not be Wall Street wizards, they are the wizards of wildlife, and if you'd like to add these beautiful colors and melodious songs of wild birds to your portfolio, listen to Bird Talk, Saturdays at noon on 1690 KDMT, presented by Wild Birds Unlimited. David and Scott Menno will enrich your life with tips on attracting birds, butterflies, bats, bees, and other things that don't start with the letter B. The Bird Brothers will bring you fascinating interviews, nature news, insights on building the best wild bird habitat, and we hope to bring you a smile and a chuckle or two as well. So listen to Bird Talk every Saturday at noon, right here on Money Talk 1690 KDMT.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer helping you get your business right. And thank you to listener Dennis and listener Christine, who have both shared our Facebook Live video. You know, it's such a small thing, but it means so much to us because when you share it, then other people can get this positive business talk. And I think there's a shortage of that going around, and it's a good thing to share.
It is a good thing to share, and I think it's really fun to bring back fun, positive things, especially into the Facebook world.
Absolutely.
Where for a while, especially election time, it just got pretty dark and dirty in there. So it is pretty fun. We're going to talk about the 3 rules of customer attraction and retention. There are 3
rules?
Gaining and retaining customers, and I think a lot of times when we put together our business model, our compensation package, if we're got a sales team, and even our marketing and advertising packages, it's all about brand new customers.
Sure.
Attracting new customers. You see online or on, lots of advertisements, let's say first time customers only. You go in, to the spa place and they've got their little package and it's first time buyers only. And, the phone system, this deal is for first time customers only.
Right.
And it's really kind of a bummer because I think that
second time customers have given you more money.
Right. They've already paid you.
Right.
Yeah. They're already worth more than the new customer. And so we're going to talk about both attracting and retaining. When we talk first about the attracting customers, you've got to garner visibility. People have to say, I've heard of you.
Yeah, it is the golden and sometimes elusive prize, if you will, to have somebody come up to you and say, I've heard of you. And you just don't open the door and hang the shingle and say we're open for business and get people to say that. Instead, you have to use tools to gain visibility. Experience Pros, yes, we do the radio show, but our membership and our training and our events and all of it is designed for that very reason. We recognize that if nobody's heard of you, it doesn't matter how good your product or service is, you're not going to get the business you're looking for. So we work on the visibility side.
And getting other people to talk about you is super valuable because it's really easy for you, of course, to post and promote and do all of these great things about yourself. But then getting that second tier of fans that are becoming your ambassadors. So this is all your conventional advertising, your social marketing, your networking, your email campaigns, phone calls and mail campaigns, all of it. Anything that you're doing, having the tools that saturate your marketplace in front of your ideal client, making sure that your brand is where they are. So maybe you're sponsoring local events that, cater to your target audience.
Right.
It could be, sporting events, it could be networking events, it could be charity events where you're putting your brand right in front of your target audience and deliberately, aggressively, intentionally, every single day. I remember one time going to, we went to the Daymond John event that came here
from Shark Tank
in Denver. And one of the things, if you signed up for their program, they gave you a money back guarantee.
Mm-hmm.
And in the money back guarantee, it had on the certificate that during the 6-month period, you would do 30 marketing campaigns.
Right.
So they're not messing around. This isn't, I'm going to do a Facebook post and, to hope somebody comes and buys for me, or I'm going to send out one email, campaign with, a special offer at the end of it, or I'm going to do one event and invite people to my ribbon cutting or my speaking event, and that's it. No, we're talking about everything that you can do to garner attraction and visibility. That is number one rule of customer attraction. And it's even the number one rule in retention because I have to keep seeing your brand present, that I know that I can trust you, I can refer others to you, and I want to still do business with you. You have to stay top of mind, even though I've already done business with you once.
Which brings up the second rule of customer attraction and retention, and that is you must have consistency.
I'm sorry, what?
You must have consistency. If you are, if you use the word try, you're not doing it right.
And how often do we do that? I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this group. I'm going to try this, advertise. I'm going to try this Facebook Live. I'm going to try that.
If I had a nickel for every time I heard the word try, I'd be wealthy, wealthy indeed. And, like many, many years going into, we bring it up on occasions like this. I wrote an article that says you don't try on a parachute. Right. And if you just give you a quick rundown on it, if you think about it, you put on a parachute, it's a big backpack. It's hard to sit, straight up and down. It's uncomfortable. And then unthinkable to me, you actually jump out of a perfectly good airplane at 10,000 feet. And when you pull the ripcord, the harness, the strap that goes around your legs, finds its way to places that you didn't even know existed. And it's really not comfortable. But there's never, and as far as I know, there's never been anybody who sits there and says, you know what, this is so awkward, so uncomfortable. I'm getting the wedgie from the nether regions, that they take it off. You don't try on a parachute. You ride it all the way down. And the same thing goes with your marketing, with your brand development, with your policies and procedures, all of it. You got to have consistency.
Eric, I think that if you're going to tell that parachute story, that you should at least have the experience.
Is that what you think?
I think so, of actually wearing that parachute. I think that the story would just have a little more oomph if you've actually done it instead of just heard about it.
I'm pretty sure you're wrong. But thank you for sharing. Shout out to all those of you who are participating by way of our Facebook Live. Gary from Missouri, thanks for jumping in. Do not even think about commenting on Angel's last comment.
Why not?
No.
But don't you think it would have just a little bit more credibility to the story if he's talking about jumping out of an airplane and wearing a parachute and what happens to that parachute and the discomfort of it? He doesn't know.
Oh, he knows.
You haven't done it.
No, it doesn't have to. There's some things you just don't have to do.
To know. Yeah, but there are some things you do.
I'm pretty sure this is not one of them.
All right, so consistency. Yes, you definitely need that. And then finally, loyalty.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
You've seen kind of the battle between brands. We see it all the time. The burger brands,
Coke and Pepsi.
Yes, all of them. The airline brands, right?
Shoes.
Uber, Lyft, the whole thing. They are part of the battle between having competition in that same area. Is it keeps you sharp. Right? You're not going to rest on your laurels and go down to the number 2 spot because you've got somebody on your heels, like chomping at them pretty good. But what you are going to do is focus on what keeps customers coming back to you.
That's right.
Instead of going out to your competition. And sometimes our competition isn't even a direct competitor. They just decide they're not going to do business with you anymore.
Right.
And so, the apps, the perks, the giveaways, the follow-up, the deals that you give for rewarding loyalty are key in retention. It's also key in gaining new customers because you can talk about, as a new customer, guess what you're going to get? And hopefully it's enough of a perk to drive them away, especially if they're on the fence of who they should choose from.
We're talking about relationship development here. And whether you want to earn or attract, listen to the words. Attract, retain. You're retaining a relationship. But most of
us, and we are hundreds of people's customers. Like we have lots of vendors we shop from, and some are our just absolute favorite. We just love the product, or we love the service, or we love the perks that we get for continuing to do business.
Sure.
Most of us, though, have done a transaction and got nada, right? Just here's your product, here's your this, and it's done.
Next.
And we think that putting them on an email, now they're in my email campaign and I'm going to send them emails on a regular basis, is a loyalty perk. It's not. It's just more clutter, more noise in my world. Adding value to me for sticking around is a loyalty perk. And so coming up with some fun ways to recognize and celebrate your current customers, that is the third step, or the third leg in the stool of customer attraction and retention.
All of it very good. I love the listeners, and for those of you who are watching by way of our Facebook Live, I love you too. I don't like it when you gang up on me with Angel's suggestion, Carrie.
What did Carrie say?
She says, agreed. Jump.
Don't you? I just think it would have more validity to the story.
Hey, while you're all watching, would you do me a favor and share this to your timeline? Just click the share button and let people know that there's something positive in business talk, and maybe I'll think about jumping out of the plane. We'll be back right after this.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. Are you concerned about outliving your money? How would you like to have guaranteed growth and a lifetime of income you could never outlive? Join Brett Roby for the Retirement and Income Radio Show on Saturdays at 7 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM. You can also call Brett Roby now for your free customized Safe Information Money Kit and 115-page Safe Money Book at 866-780-7233. 866-780-SAFE. How about kicking off March with some fresh, clean carpets? Time to get cleaned up from all that winter grime. Call Zero Res Carpet Cleaning Company to clean your carpets with their patented empowered water technology cleaning process. Your carpets are going to look brand new again, especially if you have kids and pets. You probably have spots and stains everywhere. Empowered water technology is eco-friendly. It's safe for your kids and pets. They don't clean with harsh soaps, detergents, or toxic chemicals. If your carpet is cleaned with those things, you're only attracting dirt to your carpets. Call now and get the March special. 3 carpeted areas pre-treated, cleaned, and sanitized with empowered water for just $119. See, that's pretty affordable. Call Zero Res and ask them about cleaning your rugs, upholstery, and tile and grout too. Call today, 303-471-5150, 303-471-5150, or go online and book your job at ZeroResDenver.com. Mention you heard the $119 deal on KNUS. Zero Res, the right way to clean. How many businesses have been around since 1947? How many have grown thanks to word of mouth, satisfied customers, and decades of experience? Anderson's Vacuum has been Denver's #1 choice for vacuums since 1947. They sell and service all major brands, including Miele, Sebo, and Oreck. Get unmatched personal service and the benefit of an extremely experienced staff. Visit Anderson's Vacuum in Inglewood, where you can demo every vacuum, try them out, see what works for you. Online at andersonsvacuum.com.
Hearing aid users are younger and more active than ever before, and the reason may surprise you. Today's hearing aids have become so advanced, they're almost effortless. How effortless? You only change the batteries once a year, not every week. And you never open the battery compartment, even at night. How effortless? You can adjust how loudly and how much background noise you want to hear, right from your phone. And the clarity. Independent studies show that our hearing aids help you to hear better in background noise than people with perfect hearing, automatically. I'm Dr. Barbara Jenkins from Advanced Audiology. For more information about these and other advancements that improve clarity and ease of use, go to advancedaudiology.com or call 303-649-2122. If you have a hearing loss, you know how important these features can be. That's 303-649-2122. At Advanced Audiology, we take your hearing seriously.
Are you thinking about updating that outdated kitchen or bathroom? Well, now is the best time to get started. I'm Ted Spear, co-owner of All About Cabinets and Countertops at 35th and Wadsworth. We can help transform your kitchen or bathroom into a stylish and functional room for less than you ever thought possible. Right now, we'll save you big money on your new cabinets and countertops, even over those big box stores. We provide our customers with the unique mix of superior quality and top-of-the-line customer service, all at affordable prices. And now, through April 15th, take advantage of our additional savings and upgrades on all your cabinet and countertop purchases. We are offering up to $1,500 in additional savings off our already low prices. Don't wait. You can visit our showroom or call us today at 303-456-6400. That's 303-456-6400. Or visit our website at allaboutgreatdeals.com. That's allaboutgreatdeals.com. Make a difference without the expense with All About Cabinets and Countertops.
Are you embarrassed by your smile? Are you unable to eat the foods you love, afraid to laugh, afraid to live a normal life, even afraid to go out in public? Dr. Barrett's with Barrett's Dental here. I believe that you deserve a smile that you can be proud of so you can live your life the way you want, with the peace of mind that you can smile without embarrassment and that your mouth is healthy. At Barrett's Dental, we want to help you get your life back. I invite you to my office for a free consultation where you can find out for yourself if you are comfortable at Barrett's Dental. We offer total dental solutions, meaning we can handle all of your dental care in one convenient location without referring you all over town. If you feel safe at Barrett's Dental, it's the last place you'll need to visit to get the care you need. Is the condition of your mouth causing you to live a life of quiet desperation? Call me. I'll take great care of you.
If you're looking for a safe place to take care of all your dental needs, Call Barrett's Dental at 303-502-5527 or visit denverdentist.com.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. If you're a member of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, the membership program that we have at Experience Pros, then you probably are aware of today is the day that the Fan Bragging Contest goes dark.
Goes dark. How do you get your voice to do that? It goes dark.
Oh my goodness. I don't know. In any case, what that means is this is the last week of voting for, we've got hundreds of different categories and lots of people are participating in this contest and hundreds of votes have come in. But from this point to the end of the contest, we are not going to clear those votes.
You're not going to see any more votes coming in, even though they are coming in.
Correct.
They will not be revealed until the big reveal when we announce who is the grand poobah, the winner of the whole Fan Bragging Contest, getting the most votes in, and then who is the winner in each of their categories, which is pretty exciting. But before we went dark, we did take a look to see who is in the leaderboard.
I got that number, the top 10 in no particular order. We've got Squeal Rum, Social Media Advisor, Champion Carpets, 68 Designs, Terradera Made It, Carpet Direct, The Connecting Experts, Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe, Peace of Mind Accounting, and Safe Pro Guard. They are our leaders going into the dark, and we'll let you know how it ends up after this next week of voting.
It's pretty exciting. Congratulations to all who are participating, who have participated. Please go and give your votes to those who are competing right now. They could use those last minute votes that are happening. This is 1 week only, 1 week left. And it is a game changer for small business to participate in local competitions. And there aren't a lot of them for us to participate in because of the category thing.
Correct.
And that's been one of the big differentiators. There's two big differentiators in the Fan Bragging Contest that separates the Fan Bragging Contest from any other contest that you'll participate in. One is we have a category for you.
That's right.
A lot of times, they're very limited. I went to an awards luncheon not too long ago. 3 awards were given, and that was it. And if you didn't quite fit into the parameter of those, you couldn't even compete.
You can't. Nope.
And so we make sure that you have a place to compete. And then secondly, it's not just votes. Those votes they turn into online reviews for you that are Googleable.
Yep.
They're Google food for online reviews for your company, which is awesome.
And they have the 4 or 5 star rating associated with it, which again, there are lots of contests out there, but not all of them. In fact, several of them do not. Angie's List doesn't have a contest, but her directory does not have a star rating system. We do. And the Denver A-List, or put out by City Voter all across the country, don't have the star ratings. Great for business. We encourage you to participate. But the star rating is a game changer because when people search the word reviews with whatever your category is, they look for the stars. That's it.
And you get them when you participate in the Fan Bragging Contest. So go and vote. They could use your votes, and it makes such a big difference when you are supporting the local community and those local businesses.
And you can sign up for free. If you have a business and you're not signed up with us yet, there's literally nothing stopping you from participating in the last week of the contest and taking advantage of all the power that we bring to bear with the Experience Pros membership network. It is significant. And you can take the first 30 days for free. Not going to ask for your credit card. Don't need it. We'll prove it to you. We'll earn your interest.
Well, and the nice thing about the content or the directory and being a part of the Experience Pros network, even though the contest ends in a week, the ability to still get those online votes and reviews for the rest of the year is still open and available to you. And it is awesome. All right, we're going to give you some habits some science-backed habits that are going to help you be more successful.
Okay.
And the first one is to make fewer decisions. Less decisions.
Less decisions.
Less decisions.
Fewer decisions.
Fewer decisions. Because think about this: how many decisions do we make every single day?
Loads.
Yeah, tons and lots and thousands and millions and blah blah blah. Right from the moment we wake up, our minds are making decisions. Do I get up now? Do I snooze? Do I have a couple extra minutes to snuggle here?
How do I spell?
Whether to look at our phones. Who do I text first? Do I check my Facebook? What socks do I wear? Is it a hair washing day? Is it a shaving day? Right? All of those decisions. And so stop making so many. We've seen, some very eccentric, successful people who make less decisions by their outfits that they wear, right? They wear the same thing over and over again.
You think of like Steve Jobs or the guy that runs Facebook. Yeah.
Right? And so here's some simple things. Could be eating the same breakfast every single day. The same, kind of wardrobe, uniform, so to speak, that you wear to work every day. And one way to eliminate decision making every day is to go 100% all in.
And this is going to make me more successful.
More successful.
Okay.
100% all in.
That's way easier than 98%.
Because 98% you have to make a decision.
That's correct.
We're still making to choose.
What do I do? Yeah.
Right? Am I working out today? Am I going to eat the eggs, or can I have the muffin?
If you say every Saturday morning at 7:00 I get out of bed and I'm going to go hit the gym, and I'm going to do that every single Saturday morning, there's no room for
then it's not a decision.
Ambiguity.
It's not a choice. Yeah. This is what I'm doing. I'm 100% all in. I get up when my alarm clock goes off. I put my gym clothes on and I go to the gym.
All right.
I'm 100% all in, and you're actually making less decisions. Here's where the benefit of that comes into play.
Okay.
As the day goes on, and as we are continuing to make decision after decision after fatigue sets in.
Yes.
So by the end of the day, we come home.
Mm-hmm.
What do we want to do? I'll put on our jammies, pour a glass of wine.
Sit at the pool and watch the Experience Pros radio show.
Well, there's that too. But, I'm talking end of the day. So you're not sitting at the pool because it's dark.
Okay.
Right? Like even later than that.
All right.
You have made.
You're exhausted from decisions.
So you don't want to make any more.
Right.
So you're not going to make good ones.
That could be my problem. That could be the whole thing. All right. Here's another one, and we'll wrap this up with this. Make time for mindfulness. What do Oprah, Jack Dorsey, and Richard Branson all have in common? Besides great success, they actually practice yoga. They take time out to center themselves. It's good advice for you as well. We got to take a quick break, and the top of the hour news is next, but we have a whole nother hour of positive business talk, so please stay with us. Back after this.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. This is the Experience Pros radio show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact the Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or contact them on the web at experiencepros.com or on Facebook and Twitter at Experience Pros. If your customers love you, we want to know you. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
KDMT Arvada Denver. From small business to big business, it's all our business. Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
It was right there. Well, that doesn't simplify my life. Huh. It's gone. Huh. Interesting. I don't know. How about how to keep your attitude up when life tries to bring you down?
Okay.
Are you ready?
I think so.
Right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I don't think I could hear that very well. I think you have to do that again. What's your whistle?
I don't whistle well.
Well,
all right.
Take a drink then.
Nope.
Gotta wet your
3,
whistle.
2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Whistle while you work.
Hi, this is Angel, and coming up on the next Experience Pros Radio Show, we're going to teach you ways to keep your attitude up when life tries to bring you down.
What'd you say to me?
Positive Business Talk weekday afternoons right here on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
I love you like a brother.
Business never takes a break. Neither do we. So, take Denver's Money Talk 1690 AM with you with our brand new mobile app. Stay up to the minute with breaking news, market strategies, current trends, and more wherever you are. With live streaming, listen to your favorite Money Talk shows whenever you want, on demand. It's like a personal advisor in your pocket. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. Download the brand new Money Talk app on iTunes or the Google Play Store, or at moneytalk1690.com.
Hey there, Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. There's absolutely no reason why right now can't be your time to get started on that beautiful new kitchen or that awesome bath you've always wanted. See what our family can do for your family. 800-362-8370.
Question: would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? And would you seat them in a car seat that's not the correct one? Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. More info at safercar.gov/the right seat. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know the customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. Special shout out to Drew, Carrie, Charles, all the folks who are tuned in and watching by way of our Facebook live post on Experience Pros on Facebook. Good stuff. Charles says, don't get hacked by the CIA, Eric.
What'd you do?
I don't know, but I will do my very best not to get hacked by the CIA. If you have a cell phone, if you have a computer,
if you have any electrical device,
you are likely to get hacked.
They are watching you.
Somebody is.
They're
Absolutely.
listening. I saw a little meme that said when you go into somebody's house,
yeah,
that you should say, Alexa,
careful,
order 2 cans of corn. Alexa, confirm purchase, so that you know if you're being listened to. If it has a 24/7 monitoring.
Now, if you've got even a Sharp TV, Sharp high IQ, whatever they call it, TV, it could be watching you even while it appears to be off. Scary. Yeah. Let's go to the markets. Always some fun news here. 2 out of the 3 markets closed down today. The Dow is down 69 points to close at 20,855. And the S&P 500 down 5 points to close at 2362.98. The NASDAQ, though, shows a little green ink in the final column, up 3.5 points to close at 5837. Macy's big winner today. They're up 3.25%. And pretty much the other major leaders, Under Armour, Caterpillar, Chevron, ExxonMobil, all down today. Interesting news going on here. There's a mystery happening, and I think I have solved the mystery. So let me bring the story. Residents in a small Canadian town were baffled when bright pink tap water began to emerge from their faucets. I want you to think of the brightest pink that you can think of.
Did they put Peeps in the tap water?
We talked about Peeps, Oreos, and what they are turning bright pink, and tongues, and the other end, all turning bright pink. But no, I don't think so.
No.
Many concerned citizens in the town of Onaway in Alberta contacted town officials, shared photos of fluorescent liquid flowing from their taps. They assured me that everything was good. It was healthy. It was fine. It's pink.
Don't drink that.
It wasn't going to turn me into Spider-Man, which maybe some days I would like to be, said Lisa Schulte after calling into the town office. I was okay with it. Other residents took a more cautious approach and refused to use the water until it returned to its normal color. I would be among those residents. I'm not going to drink this. I'm not going to cook with it, she says, this being Vicky Van Zanten. She says, I'm not going to risk it. It's ridiculous. Several hours after the reports of the bright pink tap water began to emerge, the town made a public statement providing an explanation. Yesterday, during normal line flushing and filter backwashing, excuse me, a valve seems to have stuck open, allowing potassium permanganate to get into the sump reservoir. The reservoir was drained, however. Some of this chemical still made it into the distribution system. We are very sorry that your water is pink. That actually is not the accurate story.
Oh.
And I am here to set the story correct. The pink water in Canada is coming from an Australian park where park officials in Victoria, Australia, are warning visitors to avoid contact with a salt lake that has also turned bright pink. Can't make this up. 2 pink water stories on the same day. Parks Victoria said,
I'm really thinking, is the Oreo manufacturing plant nearby?
Yeah, we got to ask these good questions. I do not know. Parks Victorious at the lake in the Salt Lake in Melbourne's Westgate Park has turned pink, a natural phenomenon that has occurred before in response to very high salt levels, high temperatures, sunlight, and the lack of rainfall. It's algae growing in the salt crust at the bottom of the lake that produces the red pigment, which is beta-carotene, as part of its photosynthesis process. So really, the people in Canada are simply receiving the water from Australia. That's exactly right. It's those men.
Not expecting that at all.
It's those men, and they've been hard at work.
But does the water flow backwards?
It does. Pink water always flows backwards. And if you do not know what we are talking about when it comes to the Oreos, Oreos has decided to put Peeps into their cream filling. And not only does it turn your tongue pink, but it also turns your waist pink. And I'm not talking about the part around your belly. Let's go to this. Florida homeowners say a cruise ship, one of the real big ones, the Celebrity Equinox, came within 100 feet of their porch. That's a wrong turn.
That's too close.
A couple living in a waterfront home on South Florida had a close call with a cruise ship, they said, that came within 100 feet of their property. Yasmin Todhunter shouted, "Too close, get out!" as the Celebrity Equinox towered over her husband, Bill Todhunter, who was standing at the edge of the back porch in their Fort Lauderdale home. This thing is coming to the house, and I was really worried, she told a local news reporter. I was worried about my husband. I was worried about the dogs. I was worried about the house. Bill Todhunter said the cruise ship, which was departing the Port Everglades, appeared to have come within 100 feet of their home, the closest they'd ever seen the ship get. We've been here for 6 years. We've never seen anything like it. The parent company of Celebrity Cruises, Royal Caribbean, released a statement following the incident saying the ship had remained in its proper channel and did not cause damage to the vessel or guests or crew. Excuse me. Yes. I'm trying to get my ship through here. Excuse me. Yes.
Coming through. Pardon me.
Yes.
Pardon me. Coming through.
I don't know what to do with this. That's the engineering prowess of Big Man Chad.
Mm-hmm.
And Chad, please don't find a sound effect for this next one. There is a town in England that is proposing a swearing ban. No more dirty words.
Like in the corporate offices, where are people swearing that this is now we are putting a ban on this?
The town of Rochdale in England.
Is it all over their billboards?
Is considering whether to ban swearing and other kinds of antisocial behavior. Rochdale Borough Council plans to introduce a public spaces protection order that would subject anyone caught using foul language or abusive language to a warning, a fine, or removal from the area.
I was going to say, I know some people that if that happened here, they would just have to move.
Yeah, absolutely. The measure would also potentially ban begging, loitering, antisocial parking, playing loud music, loudly revving your car engines, street drinking, unauthorized charity collections,
unauthorized charity.
They got some real issues over there in England, and skateboarding. We got to add skateboarding. There's absolutely no skateboarding.
You just kind of picture, a bunch of old men with their stogies, like sitting around a room, going, "Oh, those kids are on my grass again.
Get off my grass!"
Right? And what else don't we like?
Yeah. The measure, Lauren Kenton, a legal officer for Human Rights Campaign Group and Liberty, opposes this swearing ban, and she described it as a staggering misuse of power. I mean, where else are we going to antisocially park? Right? We need to know about this. Yeah. Back in the days, it's changed with the new Scotland Yard out there, but back in the
old Scotland Yard
days, where bobbies, the police officers, they carried sticks, and that was it. There was no weaponry of automated gun type stuff. I say, please stop swearing. If you don't stop swearing, I'll have to say it. again. Stop running away and stop swearing. And you, sir, are anti-socially parking.
Anti-socially parking.
What is that? What is, do you know, listeners, do you know what anti-socially parking is?
Is that maybe, when somebody else is waiting for a spot and you take their spot? When somebody's like, get their turn signal on, and then somebody comes in and like takes it at the last minute. That's why you need to always have somebody in your passenger seat so they can get out and stand in the parking space. I think that would be anti-socially parking as well.
No, that's very socially parking because there's more than one person involved.
No, I think you put somebody there while you drive around the block. I think that's anti-social parking too.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll be right back with more positive business talk the way you like it. It's because that's what we do here at the Experience Pros Radio Show. We give you a way to build your business and smile while you're doing it. Back after these messages.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
Tune in to Money Talk KDMT 1690 every Saturday at noon for the best advice on building that nest egg. You'll hear expert advice on feathering your nest, caching resources for the future, and going for the gold finches, with a show that can put a little more green in your day-to-day living. While they may not be Wall Street wizards, they are the wizards of wildlife, and if you'd like to add these beautiful colors and melodious songs of wild birds to your portfolio, listen to Bird Talk, Saturdays at noon on 1690 KDMT, presented by Wild Birds Unlimited. David and Scott Menno will enrich your life with tips on attracting birds, butterflies, bats, bees, and other things that don't start with the letter B. The Bird Brothers will bring you fascinating interviews, nature news, insights on building the best wild bird habitat, and we hope to bring you a smile and a chuckle or two as well. So listen to Bird Talk every Saturday at noon, right here on Money Talk 1690 KDMT.
Are you concerned about outliving your money? How would you like to have guaranteed growth and a lifetime of income you could never outlive? Join Brett Roby for the Retirement and Income Radio Show on Saturdays at 7 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. You can also call Brett Roby now for your free customized Safe Information Money Kit and 115-page Safe Money book at 866-780-7233, 866-780-SAFE. When you've worked with every vacuum brand known for over 6 decades, you learn a thing or two. Anderson's Vacuum in Inglewood has been repairing vacuums of all kinds since 1947. They carry over $1 million worth of vacuums and parts, and you can't put a price on the experience. That service has grown to include central vacuums, steamers, lamps, and sewing machines. Want to be impressed? Visit Anderson's Vacuum in Inglewood. Want to be blown away? Put them to the test. Find them at andersonsvacuum.com.
Hi, this is Andrew Stone. After I was injured in a rear-end collision in Boulder, I called attorney Jeremy Cave for help. I can honestly say Jeremy worked day and night to get me what I was entitled to. Unlike a lot of attorneys today, Jeremy puts the personal in personal injury. He relieved me of stress and was there for me every step of the way. Cave Law understands that many of you who listen to this station prefer to have a lawyer who sees things from your point of view. I found it with Cave Law. I think it's time to put the personal back into handling personal injury. Call Jeremy Cave today at 720-213-3737. Jeremy Cave only gets paid when you do. Call Cave Law now for a free at-home consultation. 720-213-3737. If you're injured in an accident, call 720-213-3737 or check out his brand new website, cavelawyer.com. That's cavelawyer.com. Personal and caring service from Cave Law. Call Jeremy today, 720-213-3737.
Hey there, Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. There's absolutely no reason why right now can't be your time to get started on that beautiful new kitchen or that awesome bath you've always wanted. Right, Todd?
Of course, Dad. With our unique cabinet resurfacing, they'll get that beautiful new kitchen, and without the mess and expensive replacement, and in a shorter time, too.
Boy, you've got that right, Todd. But if an all-new kitchen is on their wish list, we'll build it from the bottom up, first rate all the way. And let's not forget that very special room, the bath. What about that?
Well, hey, turning leaky, moldy, smelly baths into awesome rooms, that's what we do. Whether it's a tub-to-shower conversion or a whole new 5-piece bath, our family business will make it special, just like we've done for decades.
Okay, Todd. So, folks, give us a call and see what our family can do for your family. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, and even replacement windows and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right. 303-722-2295, 800-362-8370, or DoneRightKitchens.com.
This is the Experience Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experience Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. We do want to interact with you. In fact, we interact with you in so many different ways, and we encourage you to participate. It's one of the ways I'm watching 6 people watching us on our Facebook Live. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lisa Joe, thank you. We appreciate you for liking our live program. And we, of course, out there with all of you folks, you want to dial 855-FANBRAG, 855-326-2724. You can call right into the studio and chat with us, and we'd be happy to chat with you as well.
You know, it's so funny. Watching you, watch me, watch you, I almost feel like April the giraffe.
Did you see, we talked about on Monday the lady who put on the giraffe head, the pregnant lady who's walking around the room and whatnot. And of course, Matt Lauer, not Matt Lauer, but his team over at the CBS or NBC's Today Show picked it up and ran that story yesterday on Tuesday. And so I trumped the Today Show once again.
I know. Eric gets super excited
getting the news out before they do.
When he gets it before anybody else does, and we've already shared it. And maybe Matt's watching you, Eric, and
well, he and I, we have something in common. Our hairlines did what they did at the same time. So
is Matt Lauer?
Yeah, yeah, he shaved his head. I mean, he's got a little stubble because he's got the perfectly round bald spot there. But I don't.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about connecting with your customers.
I love connecting with my customers.
Right. So entrepreneur.com has a little 3-step startup guide for connecting with your customers. Because it's all about building relationships and building brands. And especially these days, we talk about loyalty, and loyalty looks a lot different than it did just a couple of years ago.
That's the truth.
A couple of years ago, we were thinking, we needed to have a whole lot of touches and connections and a whole lot of different things that we're doing with our customers. But these days, they kind of just want it super fast, super easy, when I want it, and it's almost like a Hollywood thing. Don't call me, I'll call you.
Yeah.
Don't tell me your hours are 9 to 5. I'll tell you when I want to buy from you. Don't tell me, what your policy is or when your things I got this. And so when we talk about then that customer relationship and customer loyalty, if we're not staying kind of an extra step ahead, if we're not looking at how we're connecting with our customers, we're going to fall behind.
Okay.
Because how we used to do it isn't how it's going to be done going forward.
All right.
First thing you need to do is set guidelines for your communication strategy. How are we talking to people? I guess question number 1 is, are you talking
to people? I've had several people in the last couple of weeks ask this question. I think it's because it's a current trending issue, and that is, how do you best receive communication? Because they're customizing their response based upon my reply.
I remember a gal in the mortgage industry, the first time she heard from a client who was getting a mortgage, said, "Can you text me that information?"
Getting a mortgage.
Yeah. So before that, there was no texting.
Right.
It's lots and lots of information. It was a big step to actually email information. And now the client is asking, can you just text me this? Can I just put my fill out the signature box and e-file that?
Right.
Blowing smoke out of an industry's ears who, cuts down, needs 20,000 printers in their office because they print so much paper. And so just the changing of things. I told you, Eric, I went to a conference not too long ago that I thought was just super friendly in the way that she did her offer. She had an offer for the audience who came, as you know, is often the case. But one of the things that I thought was so friendly about it was, you know, what if I told you didn't have to sign up right now, that you had, you know, a couple of weeks, you know, whatever it was 10 days from now, in order to move some funds around or make that happen. Yes. Would that help you? And because never is that the option. You've got to make the decision right now on the spot. You snooze, you lose.
That's right.
And you feel really pressured that I'm not a game play, you know, I'm not big enough. I'm not bold enough. I'm not thinking big enough if I don't make this decision right now on the spot.
You're almost shamed into it.
And yet every other place, how often are we, you know, just more mindful about our purchases? You know, we wait 24 to 48 hours before making a major purchase. You know, we've got, you know, maybe investors or a team or a board that we want to discuss this with.
Or a spouse.
Exactly. Yeah. And so to make that decision right there on the spot, it was just very friendly. And so here's some guidelines to think about your communication strategy going forward.
Okay.
That it's friendly. It's inviting and not bossy.
Right.
Friendly, not unassuming.
Yet unassuming. It's got to be unassuming.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Grateful and not dismissive of a customer's time. Right? How often do we want our timeline? I got a deadline. I got a quota. I gotta get this into my sales guy and my sales team before Friday at 5 p.m.
I got a news flash for you. It's not about you. It is about your customer. It is about their timeline. Nothing is more valuable than the time that they afford you, even more so than the check that they write you. It's personal. It's not formal. It's respectful, never degrading, and it's open and never final.
And think about this in our normal conversations. You know, if you think about your conversations with your friends or when you're the consumer, and how, you know, short we can be with people. It's our time and it's all about me. And, you know, and if they're not catering to us, all of a sudden we feel offended as if they didn't bend over backwards for me. Or they make a little snide comment or a comment that we don't feel is super, you know, super friendly.
Right.
We get all off on our high horse. And so, you know, having that friendly tone, inviting, grateful, you know, personal, respectful, and open. And this is a key to every conversation and every relationship we have. This is hard, though, to train into. It's not hard. We're not training and we're not talking about our communication with our staff, and we're assuming they're just going to get this.
Mm-hmm.
And yet this is not how people normally go through their day.
You didn't learn anything by osmosis, and neither will they. I think it's safe to say. Here's another thing. Using a strategic influencer to start a connection. You want to connect with people. You want to communicate better with people. Find somebody who, you know, we've always said, you probably heard the phrase 6 degrees of separation. We say it's 3 degrees of connection. And the people that you know are really your greatest asset because they know other people that can connect you to anywhere you want to go.
Right. And so you've got a Frank circle, your friends, your relatives, associates, neighbors, current customers. Think of it as your Christmas card list.
That's right.
You know, or your contacts in your phone. Maybe these people are connected to everybody you'd ever want to meet. You can go around them, but you've already got these relationships. Why don't you strengthen them?
There you go. All right, we're going to be back right after these messages. We thank all of you, who are watching by way of our Facebook Live. Share this video, if you will, please. We're so grateful for that. It just takes a click, and we'll be back.
America's home for positive business talk. You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show. Contact them on the web at experiencepros.com.
A year, closing near $50 a barrel after U.S. stockpiles of crude shot up by more than 8 million barrels this past week. Mortgage applications up 3% last week, while Mortgage Daily News reports long-term rates are now at the highest of this year, averaging 4.375% nationwide. The electronics giant Samsung says it wants to move about 500 appliance-making jobs from Mexico to the U.S., and Swiss chocolate giant Nestle is getting less sweet, vowing to cut sugar content in Kit Kat bars by 10%. Tom Busby, CNBC.
The Colorado Business Roundtable brings you Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. Hear from key leaders in Colorado's business community, advocating for proactive business policies that strengthen the economy and help business grow and thrive in Colorado, as well as helping to make Colorado the best place to live now and for generations to come. Connect and Collaborate weekdays from 4 to 5 p.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 and MoneyTalk1690.com.
Funeral expenses. There, I said it. That's not a topic that we like to talk about with our loved ones. We like to pretend that it's never going to happen. And when it does, it can make life very difficult for those we love. Did you know that the average funeral can cost over $8,000? Let's not leave our loved ones with a financial burden as the last gift we give them. If you're between the ages of 50 and 85, obtaining a final expense policy from Final Care Direct can be one of the most thoughtful gifts you can give your family. We offer affordable policies with benefits and premiums that never change. Call Final Care Direct at 800-410-1010 and learn more about how you can give those you love a final gift, the gift of peace of mind when it comes to funeral expenses. Final Care Direct. Not just insurance, it's peace of mind. Waiting until later might mean it's left undone. Don't let that happen. Call now, 800-410-1010. That's 800-410-1010.
Hi, this is Clyde with Windows America. Help us celebrate our 15th year helping Denver homeowners improve their homes. A-plus rating with the BBB, award-winning contractor with Angie's List. There has never been a better time to buy windows. The technology of glass and windows has come so far. Right now, we're giving away a free dinner for two with every qualifying estimate. Call us at 1-877-WINDOWS for your free estimate, or go to our website, windowsam.com. 1-877-WINDOWS, or go to our website, windowsam.com.
Hi, I'm Carrie Gusmus, Area Manager with Fairway Independent Mortgage. Have you noticed the mortgage ads lately? Companies that used to advertise low rates and savings of hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on your refinance have suddenly become purchase experts. At Fairway, we've always been purchase experts. We offer our qualified, pre-approved buyers a 20-day purchase guarantee from contract to close. In Colorado's competitive real estate market, a quick closing can be the difference between owning a home you love or dragging your search out for months. Apply from your computer or mobile device online through our easy application process. Unlike other companies, we won't leave you floating alone in a gravity-free room. Our local team of loan officers walks with you every step of the way to qualify and close on your dream home. Learn more about our 20-day closing guarantee and your home loan options by calling 303-214-9071 or visit us online at fairwaymortgagecolorado.com.
Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation, NMLS number 2289, is an equal housing lender. This is not an offer to enter into an agreement. Not all customers will qualify. Information, rates, and programs are subject to change without notice. All products are subject to credit and property approval. A pre-qualification is not an approval of credit and does not signify that underwriting requirements have been met. Branch NMLS number 1122559. Regulated by the Colorado Division of Real Estate.
Alcohol began to be a problem a few years ago, and the problem just got worse. Hi, my name is Bill. Alcohol had crept into my life over the years, taking over until I didn't have a life anymore. I needed a solution before I lost everything. I tried various treatments and counseling. They did not solve the real problem. I was addicted. I was exhausted trying to fight it. Go Sober was able to solve the problem within a week, and it's great to have my life back. If you want to find out more, go to gosober.org.
85% of people who go through the Go Sober program never drink again. The 85% success rate is because it uses science to solve your addiction problem. Go Sober provides FDA-approved medical treatments using specific drugs administered by a doctor in the physician's office. You will lose your desire to drink almost immediately, and you'll be back to work and back to your life the next day. Call Go Sober at 303-827-4837. That's 303-827-4837. Or go to gosober.org.
The Experience Pros Radio Show, home of the original Fan Braggin' Fridays. Take just 20 seconds to become a business revolutionary by sharing a Fan Braggin' story of great customer service by using the hashtag FanBrag or calling the Fan Braggin' hotline at 855-FAN-BRAG, FANBRAG. Now back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show, home of positive business talk.
We are here to talk about a survey that was just conducted earlier this year, done by Motif. Motif's Investing National Investor Survey surfaced that 65% of investors don't have a clear understanding of their investment holdings. The survey, designed to better understand the current motivations of individual investors, revealed that 68% of investors would change their investment decisions if they knew that it violated their values, and 73% have no idea whether their investments are aligned with their personal values. Like, do you know what your portfolio is funding? Most people don't. So we brought in our expert guest today, Hardeep Walia. He's the CEO of Motif. It's a next generation digital wealth platform that simplifies complex investment products and makes them universally successful. He's going to talk about the survey and help us know exactly what we need to know about what's in our portfolios. Hardeep Walia, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Hardeep, very nice to have you along with us. What an interesting thought process that people are maybe putting their money behind things that don't necessarily line up with their values. Is this a serious issue that's happening on a regular basis?
Oh, it is. And I think post-2016 election, values are no longer something we will discuss with our close friends over dinner. Values are a national discussion, and we're willing to have them with strangers on social media. And I think the big aha for us was 83% of Americans say personal values are important when they're making investment decisions, but only 42% said they were actually able to find a way to invest consistent with their values. And 57% of Americans are angry when they find out, and there's a lot of anger out there right now, but when they find out their money is being used in things that completely contradict their values. Imagine you're a Peace Corps volunteer and your portfolio is funding war, right? So those are the kind of contradictions that we went out to try and solve.
And you can see, if we're talking about investments and investment funds and different companies, but we don't always know where then that money goes into. As a small business owner, you hear, when you invest in the local company, the owner's putting his son in the local little league and your daughter in dance lessons, and they're giving back in the community. When it gets back in that bigger corporation and knowing where those companies are then putting their money out, we find out we're inadvertently supporting something that is probably quite opposite of our personal values. So how, once you know that, where do we go next? Is it just a massive pooling of our funds and now trying to find companies that align?
Well, the problem is there is no USDA to certify a financial product as organic, right? So a lot of what you have to do is some work. And so what we did, for example, yesterday we launched an interesting product where instead of using funds and ETFs and things where you go into that corporate zone of like someone else controls your money, but when they control your money, they also control your values. We instead wanted to create a completely transparent model where you own the underlying securities. And we partnered with MSCI. They're a very well-known data analytics company. And they score companies on how good they are with the environment. They score companies on fair practice, diversity, labor, how well their boards function. And then what we allow you to do is we allow you to filter, to show as your portfolio. We filter out companies that are contrary to your values. And because you're not using a fund, you're always in control. And it's remarkable today. Everybody today is voting. They vote with their dollars. I avoid this store, but I go to that store. Investing dollars, unfortunately, don't get those votes because people don't know what they're doing. And there are twice as many investing dollars as there are consumption dollars. So we're urging people not just to vote with your consumption dollars. Know what you're invested in. If you don't like it, change it.
Yeah, well, that's that makes a lot of sense. And
so is this an app? Is this an online where we can kind of go and like shop around, kind of based on the labels that our values are aligned with?
That's exactly right. So you can go to motif.com, MOTIF.com, and you tell us what your values are, you tell us what your goals are, and we actually show you the companies that we rip out of your portfolio, why we're ripping them out, and we replace them with companies that are aligned to your values. Everyone's got values. By very nature, they're personal. So it's a really hard problem for someone else to try and solve your values. So we put you in the captain's chair, and you get to do these adjustments yourself. But we give you the data you need. You know, I had dinner last night at a restaurant, and they were able to tell me the kind of fishing nets that the sea bass was caught in, right? Because it was focused on sustainability. But when it comes to your investing dollars, you don't get that kind of information. And that's what we're trying to do.
Okay. So our guest is Hardeep Walia, who is the founder and CEO of Motif, a next generation digital wealth platform. I think I get where you're going with this, and I think I like it, actually. But Hardeep, you're familiar with the old phrase, nice guys always finish last. And so, you know, when you're in high school and you're trying to date somebody, there's the girl who's beyond the reach, but she's the best find. And then there's the one who's really better for you, but not necessarily. How do you find a good stock that fits within my platform if my platform isn't risky?
Well, so there's two things. One is doing good. It pays to do good. And doing good is not only good for your soul, it actually makes better investing. And it's good for your financial health. So we've done a lot of things. And some of the answers are obvious. If you have a corrupt management team, for example, they're likely to do bad things. And if you're worried about governance and how they make decisions and accountability, and if you find good management, that's an obvious answer. Now you're actually taking less risk. So in the long run, you do well. And so we're actually so worried about people saying, well, I want to do the right thing, but I'm worried I'm going to lose money.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is for the products we build, if you adjust your portfolios with our values and they underperform your baseline benchmark, we'll actually give you a guarantee. We'll refund all of your investment fees.
No, we're talking.
Now, Hardeep, I can see the trickle effect of this, and so you said you actually rip out different investments that don't align with our values, of really forcing companies to be more sustainable, to be more authentic and open, and kind of raise the bar. Because if we're now picking based on values and they're not in line and they're losing investors because of it, hopefully it means that they're going to step up their game.
Angel, you're absolutely right. There are $25 trillion in just retirement accounts. Imagine the power we all have together if we started voting them. And today they're being voted by, fund managers. They're being voted by other people who may or may not have your values in mind when it comes to voting these dollars.
Yeah.
So you're exactly right. This is a huge opportunity. Today we vote $12 trillion in consumption dollars. We make a decision to buy a Canada Goose coat or not. Those are the kinds of decisions we want you to make, and it is a source of power. And that's why, giving people this ability to understand where their money is going is almost a fundamental right.
Good stuff. Hardeep, give some contact information for our listeners in case they want to follow up and perhaps sign on to your product.
So it's www.motif.com, MOTIF.com.
Excellent. Hardeep, thanks so much for hanging out with us today and spreading good stuff everywhere.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Wow. It makes so much sense in doing good, and he's right. We're in this crazy divided society where you find that your next door neighbors really don't have the same values as you.
Well, the companies, how often, and you've heard this before, this is why when people find out about different corporations, what they're supporting and where they're supporting, they decide not to shop at the retailer anymore or to spend money at that restaurant. This is that next step. He's right. We don't have a label on there that says whether or not they're organic. Shop?
That's exactly right. So it's a fantastic program. All right, folks. Have you ever wanted to go back and re-listen to one of these shows or get that little golden nugget of wisdom and whatnot? You can. We put out the archives. The Facebook Live is put out there every single day. Go to our Facebook page, Experience Pros, all one word right after Facebook.com, and check it out. You can literally search for the things that you're looking for. We'll be back right after these messages. You're listening to Angel America. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Denver's Money Talk, 1690 AM.
This is a life-changing message for anyone with sleep apnea who is on the go and tired of dragging around a big, bulky home CPAP device. Now there's finally a portable device that's as small as a soda can and weighs less than a pound. You can even add a battery that's as tiny as a deck of cards. It's the Transcend Mini CPAP. And right now, you can try Transcend absolutely risk-free for 10 days. So call now, 1-800-400-2199. Transcend is the world's first portable mini CPAP device. It gives you the freedom to sleep in total comfort anywhere you are. Our smallest and most advanced portable design ever, Transcend is so small and so light, you can fit it in your briefcase or purse to use anywhere you go. It's FAA compliant too, so you can even sleep comfortably while flying. Enjoy the freedom to sleep comfortably anywhere. To receive your 10-day in-home trial, call minicpap.com now. 1-800-400-2199. Again, that's 1-800-400-2199.
Do you have glaucoma or high eye pressure? Are your daily eye drops interrupting your life? Local doctors are conducting a clinical research study of an investigational dropless therapy and are in need of participants. You must have glaucoma or high eye pressure in both eyes, be at least 18 years old, and have not had surgery for your glaucoma. Qualified participants will receive study medication at no cost. You will receive regular study-related eye exams by an eye doctor throughout the study. No insurance is needed, and compensation is available. For more information and to see if you qualify, please call 844-3-MY-EYES or visit eyecarestudy.com. That's 844-3-MY-EYES or EYECARE study.com. Limited space is available. Call or visit today. Participation is at no cost, and compensation for time and travel may be available for qualified participants. Visit eyecarestudy.com or call 844-3-MY-EYES today.
This is Greg Thornberry of the King's College in New York City for townhall.com. When President Trump informed the media via Twitter that he would not be attending the White House Correspondents' Dinner, he became the first commander-in-chief not to do so in 36 years. This followed on the heels of Mr. Trump saying that the media was the enemy of the American people. But as the book of Ecclesiastes reminds us, there's nothing new under the sun. Who was the last president to ditch the Correspondents' Dinner? That would be Democrat Jimmy Carter, who did not go to the event twice in his 4 years in the White House. Nixon excused himself from the festivities too, twice, and called the press the enemy. The press thinks they are entitled to access to the POTUS. The president thinks that access should mean more favorable coverage, but it would certainly help if both sides work toward giving the American people what they deserve, more reliable and more balanced news. I'm Greg Thornberry.
Learn more at townhallreview.com.
You buy a vacuum, you expect it to work. You purchase a lamp, you want it to turn on and off. And when they don't, turn to Anderson's Vacuum. Since 1947, Anderson's Vacuum has been repairing all major brands of vacuums, air purifiers, lamps, even sewing machines. And they provide warranty repair for many major brands. When you know how things work, you know how to fix them. You can rely on 6 decades of experience at Anderson's Vacuum in Inglewood. Details online at andersonsvacuum.com.
Are you tired of exposing your retirement to stock market risk? How would you like to participate in stock market gains, but never stock market losses? Join Brett Roby for the Retirement and Income Radio Show on Saturdays at 7 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. right here on Denver's Money Talk, 1690 a.m. You can also call Brett Roby now for your free customized Safe Information Money Kit and 115-page Safe Money book. Call 866-780-7233. 866-780-SAFE.
This is Catherine Cooper. My husband, retired Master Gunnery Sergeant Jeffrey Cooper, and I survived a near-death head-on motorcycle crash. We called attorney Jeremy Cave for help. He worked day and night to get us what we were entitled to. Unlike a lot of attorneys today, Jeremy Cave even makes house calls. He's been there for us every step of the way. He helped us understand our rights and answered all of our questions. Cave Law understands that many of you folks who listen to this station prefer to have a lawyer who sees things from your point of view. Well, I certainly do. I think it's time to put the personal back into handling personal injury.
Jeremy Cave only gets paid when you do. Call Cave Law now for a free at-home consultation. 720-213-3737. If you're injured in an accident, call 720-213-3737. Or check out the brand new website, cavelawyer.com. That's cavelawyer.com. Personal and caring service from Cave Law. Call Jeremy today, 720-213-3737.
Revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Folks, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Angel Tussie and Eric Kramer. We do help you get your business right. We remind you that small business is big business, and your business really is our business. And our friends Michael Wallace and Bruce Paterka of Peak Advisors are QuickBooks Pro certified advisors. And what that means is that they know QuickBooks, your software, the one that you use probably for your accounting, to run your business, to write your checks and all that kind of stuff. They know it better than most people ever will. And they want to reach out to you and say, hey, if you need help, if you'd like to streamline your processes and your systems, and if you would like to take advantage of their payroll opportunity, all you have to do, well, actually it's payroll. They talked about payroll. It's actually receipts, collecting your receipts and storing them. They've given away 3 months?
3 months of that service where you just take a picture of your receipt and it all goes right into your QuickBooks and your accounting software and keeps track of it. So if you're the kind of person who stuffs them in a drawer or stuffs them in a box and doesn't have, a person to, bookkeeper to put all that in,
right,
this might be your answer.
Absolutely. But you got to call them, and their number is easy to remember. It's 303-801-4772. 303-801-4772. Give them a call. It's Bruce or Michael, and just let them know that you heard about them on the Experience Pros Radio Show. They are both CFOs. You can trust them. Michael's a CPA. He knows what he's doing when it comes to accounting, and these guys both can help you turn QuickBooks, turn your business into profit. Now, that makes a lot of sense and a whole bunch of dollars as well. The website, if you want to know more information about Michael and Bruce and Peak Advisors, is simple. It's Peak, P-E-A-K, 2017.com. Peak2017.com. Or just do what one gentleman did yesterday, pick up the phone and call him, 303-801-4772.
All right, so Eric, if this radio gig doesn't work out for us, I think I found our next new business adventure.
Oh, really? What is it?
Yeah. So you're familiar with the bouncy houses that, for the kids, kids' birthday parties and neighborhood little things and, church gatherings and things like that.
Uh-huh.
Well, this won't actually work for the church gatherings, but it's kind of the adult version of a bouncy house. It's an inflatable Irish pub that will transform your backyard into an Irish pub.
An inflatable...
It's an inflatable.
There are 3 words that I never thought I'd hear together. Inflatable, Irish, and pub.
Yeah. Deflate an Irish pub right in your own backyard. All the character details you'd expect to see. Intricate brickwork, a fake fireplace. They even provide tables, chairs, like the barrels. And they can do a customized drink menu, entertainment options, including Irish step dancers. Up to 70 people can fit inside your little pub.
Inflatable Irish pub.
And they say, so gather your friends and break out the whiskey. Now, at the moment, it's only available in Boston, but they're kind of hoping to take this across the country. So
really?
I think you could be the bouncy house for adult
The bouncy
guy.
house bartender?
Yeah. And
I
you
think
can
I
even
now
rent.
officially heard it all.
You can even rent Irish dancers.
Wait,
and,
what?
And you can get a DJ, Irish dancers, live music, Irish wolfhounds. So they'll even, bring pets and puppies to your party because they're good with children, pets, and other dogs.
Can I rent Irish dancers without the bouncy house?
No.
Oh.
No. But imagine you want to have a little jig in your backyard, right?
I'm starting to feel the need that I could dance right now.
Yeah, it can handle everything. But you could just get the inflatable little. What are you doing?
I'm getting stuck.
Do you know that you're attached?
I feel like I'm going to dance.
Eric's going to do an Irish jig.
And it looks really good on the video.
It doesn't.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. I found that and I thought this would be right up your alley for I don't know, new business idea.
Wow.
Did you know that inside every cocktail umbrella, you get a fun little drink has a cocktail umbrella, that there's a hidden piece of paper inside the umbrella?
There's a hidden piece of paper inside the umbrella.
Yeah. So if you've ever gone,
okay.
they give you a
What's
cute
the hidden
little
paper say?
Cocktail umbrella.
Oh, but the little ring that goes around the stick, is that the hidden paper?
Yes.
I've actually unraveled that before.
Yes. Oh, you have?
Yeah. Did it say something?
It does. It has.
I don't remember
It's
reading anything.
They say it's a small scroll of Chinese newspapers tucked into the tip of every one. And so they say, while it might sound like an exciting message in a bottle situation, the reason that they're in there is just a little bit more mundane.
Recycling.
Apparently, to cut down on manufacturing costs, they had to get creative with the materials they used in the process. And so you unroll a small piece of actual Chinese newspaper inside every cocktail umbrella.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so now there's a fun little tidbit to share. Probably not in your Irish pub. You probably don't serve umbrellas in your Irish pub.
No, I'm not going to go the route of the inflatable Irish pub, because you see those things on the TMZ or whatever that is. They blow away, and
so it doesn't have a bottom. There's no bouncing to it.
I think I pretty much got that.
Yeah, it's your grass, your yard that is the bottom. So there's no bouncing.
Well, then why would I rent Irish dancers if they can't bounce? They got to bounce. Irish dancers bounce. Here's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to start Club 28.
And which is?
Two men in England are bringing a party atmosphere to their town. They've created the world's smallest mobile nightclub.
How small is it?
Club 28 set a Guinness World Record when it debuted at the Rotherham Carnival. It measures 6 feet 7 inches high, 3 feet wide, and 5 feet deep. The minuscule dance club features a professional quality sound system with 2 turntables, a usable dance floor, for one, a door staff outside, and enough capacity for 6 partygoers, and 1 DJ.
Oh, and a DJ.
Yeah. Let me get those measurements again. It's 6 foot 7 inches high, so I can't dance very much because I'm most of that. 3 feet wide by 5 feet is 15 square feet. So, all right.
Eric, I just found that of the foods that make you happy, there's certain foods you can eat to your heart's content.
That is the truth.
The number 1 food on the list is bananas.
I thought you cared about me.
No, you eat them every day.
I don't like them, though.
Why aren't you happier?
Folks, thanks for tuning into this, the Experience Pros Radio Show. We'll be back again tomorrow to do it all over again. We appreciate you.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home